Look at your neighbor. I don't know about you, amen. But God is my shepherd. Now, David did not mean to be selfish. And he did not mean, Brother Long, to take him from everybody else. I stopped to tell you he made it a personal matter. The Lord is my shepherd. Are you hearing me? Now, he's big enough to be everybody's shepherd if you let him. David couldn't take him all to himself. It's enough left for me and Reverend McKnight, enough left for you. The Lord is my shepherd. Are you hearing me? I don't need no yesterday, man. When you go in the hospital and the doctor says you see a lump in your breast, you don't need no yesterday, God. If he tell you saw cancer on the chart, you don't need no tomorrow's God. You need an ear. Do I have somebody can say, you need an ears, God? You need a right now, God. Is anybody going to talk to me today? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Now, the Lord did not promise us to meet our greed. He promised to meet our needs. And some folk want God to meet all their greed. He didn't promise that, amen. He promised to meet our needs. Me and my wife went to rent a car, and the lady next to us renting a car, and she pulled out her folder there. 20 credit cards. Man asked me, did I have a credit card? No, I don't have one. Brother Willie, she looked at me like, you old poor devil, you. Me and my wife had $2 in our pocket. Had $2, but no credit card. And when they got through running them credit cards, all of them maxed out. Y'all know me about maxed out, amen. Couldn't put no more on them. But she looked at me as you old poor devil. You ain't got no card. So I stopped to tell you, Sister White, God did not promise us to meet our greeds, but meet our needs. He had met our needs. He didn't meet our greed, amen. So apparently, Brother Young, she had a lot of greed. Is everybody going to talk to me? The Lord, I shall not want. And God knows some things we don't need. And if we don't need, we should not be craving for them or wanting them if we don't need them. God promised us that he would require our needs. And David said, the Lord is. Thank you, you know what the Lord said? You know what the Lord said through Paul? Having food and raiment be what? Contented. Food and raiment. No, he didn't. He said having food and raiment. Because but all of it in those days, a lot of Jews slept on the streets. They slept out of doors. And that's why a fellow Jew was not allowed to keep his fellow Jew brother raiment overnight. He needed to come up on the streets. So if you live in a house, you got a bonus. Amen. The scripture did not say how. He said food and raiment be satisfied. And some folk got 4 and 5 houses, ain't satisfied. Got 4 and 5 cars, ain't satisfied. Oh, you hearing me? Where I came from, you was a big boy. If you had 1 car, remember in my hometown, we had one man had one car. But look at us now. We got to park on the street, on the grass, and in the yard, everywhere. We're blessed, I tell you. Is anybody going to talk to me here now? And see, and you remember the Lord said anything, the Lord said nothing about no car. He said, food and raiment be contented. Now all this other stuff is just a bonus from serving him. God don't mind you having stuff as long as stuff ain't got you. In America, we got a whole lot of folks, the stuff got. Amen. God don't mind you having stuff as long as stuff ain't got you. Amen. Is anybody talking to me? Thou shalt have no other God before me. If you put anything else or anybody else, anything else before God, God knows how to move it. He's a jealous God. He won't allow you to put nothing else before him. Nothing and nobody. Anybody gonna talk to me? I'm almost through now. He maketh me to lie down in green pasture. Not just pasture, but green pasture. God know how to make your pasture green. God know how to rain. Oh, y'all ain't. Now, where I come from, I seen God let it rain on the ton row. Don't nobody know what a ton row mean by brain? Ton row, amen. He'll rain on the ton row, amen. I mean, he will pour down rain in this field and don't rain on that field. Are y'all hearing me? God controls the weather. He making me to lie down in green pasture. Look at your neighbor. Is your pasture green? Amen. Amen. Look at your neighbor to the left. The neighbor, is your pasture green? If your pasture not green, I know somebody who can make your pasture green. I'll show you how to witness here. He making me to lie down in green. He leads me beside what? From the Jordan and let that water run into a little canal, and that water will be still because the Jordan was too swift for sheep and lamb to drink from. So he said he lead me beside still water. He restoreth my soul. Now you can't lose your salvation, but you can lose your soul. Now explain that, Reverend. I hear you asking, how can you not lose your salvation as much you can lose your soul? Now the soul is you. Your soul is where your feelings, your emotions are. That's your soul. And a whole lot of folk, they lose themselves in trying to help up. Amen. A whole lot of mothers and fathers lose themselves trying to satisfy their children.